Another Legacy Lightsaber box set from Disney just dropped, and we have to get our hands on it. But do we? The question is, are these things actually worth it? Or are we just falling for that sweet, sweet nostalgia trap? Come and explore with us, y'all, while we explore all these box sets that Disney keeps putting out. Are they worth the money? Do they have any value long term? Hey y'all, I'm Jason with Nash Disney Explorers. I appreciate you watching the video. And if you're watching this video on the day of the release, happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. As they announced before, they just released today the Balin Skull and Shin Hati Legacy Lightsaber limited edition box set, and there's 4,000 of them. Now they have some online at DisneyStore.com, and they also have the ones in the parks at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Disney World. But how long do you think they will be there? And how long has Disney actually been putting these limited edition Legacy Lightsaber boxes out? Well, it started 4 years ago. There have been numerous limited edition Legacy Lightsaber box sets released, with production quantities varying. For example, the Chosen one is limited to 3,000 sets, while Cal Kestis, the modified one, has a limited edition of 7,500. And their sets are all over the place. You know, they have the lowest amount that they've released is 3,000, and the highest so far has been 7,500. Additionally, specifically D23 Expo releases, such as the Chosen one and the Clone Wars sets, are often limited and exclusive. But how exclusive are they? You know, that Chosen one set, it's the one I really wanted, but I didn't get to go to D23, and I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to get my hands on that because they only made 3,000 of them. To my surprise, months later, that thing popped up in Disney World and Galaxy's Edge, and I was like, oh wow, I can't believe it's here. I have to get this thing, so I ended up purchasing it. But then I went back a few months later, it was still sitting there. And then again, it was still sitting there. And you see, and when I go into Galaxy's Edge right now, I see box sets that are just kind of sitting there. And they just don't sell like they used to. So that makes me think, are these things worth it? What's the resale value on some of these things? So I kind of looked into it. I wanted to see if anything that I have is actually worth it. Very first set that they came out with was May the 4th of 2021. And we were there on that date. We were so excited to get this new thing that they never come out with.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my goodness.
And to open those lightsabers like that was just absolutely an amazing experience. Because that was the first time. We never experienced anything like that before.
Oh wow.
I have this box set still. It's 4 years old. Let's see if the music still works. I will say the reforged Skywalker, or the Rey lightsaber as they called it, is in good shape, right? It's a good lightsaber, but the Princess Leia lightsaber is probably the worst Legacy lightsaber they've ever made. I mean, look at this thing. The paint job's not that good on it. The inlays, the pearl inlay things are just coming apart. Not a very good quality lightsaber. So from that end, I don't know if that's worth it. You know, the box itself is still in really good shape. The music still plays, as you saw. So, you know, as long as you keep it in good condition, it'll last a long time. So what do you actually get with these box sets? The limited edition box set usually includes a premium case, exclusive hilts, sometimes multiple, and a certificate of authenticity. And some of them come with special sound effects, like when you open the box, it gives you music. And there are others that don't give you any music. You know, I kind of like the ones that when you open up, you get music out of them. The ones that don't have music, you know, it's kind of like eh. But they are creative in doing different kind of boxes, like the Asajj Ventress one. It was totally unique, pretty cool. The two long boxes that they built, that they had, was with Darth Maul and also the Cal Kestis. The Cal Kestis was cool, but it didn't have any music to it. I absolutely loved the Darth Maul one. When you opened it, the light lit up and the music playing, just absolutely amazing. That is probably my favorite lightsaber. But that price tag, y'all, that's a lot of credits. Is it worth it? I mean, you're looking at $400 or more for each one of these. That's a serious chunk of credits. Are we paying for quality or just the label? The quality of the boxes are nice. They're solid material. They're got a good weight to them. They're really nice. The hilts themselves, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll actually already have the hilt released, and they'll just put the same exact hilt in a box set and then charge you more money. That kind of irritates me because I already had the Darth Maul one, and now they put a box set that I really like. I ended up spending money on the same exact lightsaber just because I wanted a box. That's frustrating, but I really like the box. I have a problem. And then many times, like they did here this May the 4th, like the Ren box set, which is still available, by the way, at Galaxy's Edge, because I just saw it. Now they're coming out where they're just putting it, where they're just selling the hilt alone in the gray crates. They will eventually put most of these where they'll sell them by themselves. There have been some lightsabers that they have put in these box sets that have never sold by themselves. But is it worth that price just for a box and a certificate that says you have a special number? Well, that's where it gets tricky. If you're a collector, then this is a no-brainer. But if you're a casual fan and you just want a nice lightsaber, I wouldn't do this box set. Think about the money that you're spending on this box set. There are better lightsabers out there than these Legacy lightsabers. You can spend that same amount of money on a custom build and you can get a far superior lightsaber that does a lot more things than what these do. So who are these box sets really for? I would say collectors, hardcore Star Wars fans, or anyone who just wants a centerpiece, which screams, I spent way too much money at Galaxy's Edge. So is it worth it from a collector's point of view? A lot of times when people collect things, they want it to have value or be worth something. You know, I went onto eBay. I actually own 8 of these box sets. I decided I'm not going to buy all of them because it just gets really expensive. And so I went back and I looked online on eBay. You know, there's a lot of different other sites you could probably use too. And I wanted to see what are these things worth. And I kind of found the range of the ones that I own to be anywhere from $200 on the resale market, which is terrible, right? To I even saw a couple that are in the thousands, right? Just over $1,000. I don't know if they'll actually sell at that price, but the ones that were probably worth the most are the ones that have the smaller quantity. But one thing that's kind of exciting when you open the box is you get a number. Look at the number I got when I bought my Battle of the Heroes set. 666. That's not a good number. That number leans more towards Darth Vader, right, than Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I love Revenge of the Sith. I love that movie. I love that fight sequence that they had. That set, it kind of means a lot to me when they play the music when you open the box. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of really having that number, but I do have the number. That's the number that I got. So I don't know. Am I cursed? Like, another thought about this, when you get these things home, what do you do with them? They kind of just sit in a box. The boxes are kind of cool, but they're kind of difficult to display. I mean, look how I have mine. I just have them laying there next to my lightsabers. The lightsaber hilts themselves, you can put them, you know, in a shelf and have fun with them. But I know with these being in collector boxes, you kind of want to leave these lightsabers in the boxes to have any kind of value in the future if that's what you have them for. If not, just display them. And then I don't know what you do with the boxes. To me, what are the boxes worth then? I did find this one site online that actually has stands that they built that you put on the wall that displays them really well. That's actually a really cool idea. I'll leave that information right here, and you can go to that site and check that out if you want to display these. Well, is it worth it to buy these things? That really depends on what the Force is telling you, or your credit card limit. These things can be a serious investment. They can be very expensive, but it all really depends on how much you can afford and if you want to do it. They're a lot of fun. I enjoy collecting them, but I'm not going to collect them all. I hope you have a great Star Wars day. If you're watching this video after Star Wars Day, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video, y'all.